The harshest judgment you make about someone else may be your own doubt trying to hide. When you are certain someone is arrogant, weak, selfish, or foolish, there may be a quieter question underneath. What if I'm not sure I'm enough? Self-doubt rarely announces itself that directly. More often, it slips out as criticism. We judge quickly so we do not have to feel uncertain. We label other people so we can pretend we know where we stand. But this creates a strange illusion. We swim in an ocean of doubt while insisting we walk on solid ground, and the cost is higher than a bad mood or a sharp comment. Denying doubt makes learning harder. It makes apologies harder. It makes emotional growth harder. If I cannot admit that I feel unsure, I cannot ask better questions. If I cannot see my own fear, I will keep mistaking it for insight. This is why self-doubt and negative judgments belong together. The judgment is often the cover story. The doubt is the real event. The promise is simple. As we move forward, you'll learn how to spot the moment judgment appears, trace it back to the doubt beneath it, and respond in a way that opens learning instead of closing it, not by forcing confidence, not by pretending you feel certain, but by becoming honest enough with uncertainty that it no longer needs to attack someone else. What happens when self-doubt and negative judgments collide? This is a powerful dynamic that shapes our inner world. The moments we hesitate, the voices we silence, they all stem from a deeper struggle. We often confuse doubt with certainty, believing our fears are proof of strength when in reality they hide a quiet surrender. This mindset traps us in an endless loop where every judgment becomes a mirror reflecting our insecurities rather than a lesson in growth. Understanding this connection is crucial. Many of us mistakenly think that doubt is a weakness, but the truth is far more complex. When we deny doubt, we block ourselves from learning, from evolving, from truly understanding ourselves. It's as if we're swimming in a sea of uncertainty, convinced we're standing on solid ground when in fact we're adrift. This denial doesn't just hinder progress, it erodes our emotional resilience. What many overlook is the subtle way our minds twist reality. We see ourselves as flawed, as unworthy, while others seem perfect. This perception isn't about truth, it's about protection, protecting a fragile sense of self from the weight of judgment. But here's the reality. Those judgments rarely come from clarity. They come from fear, from the comfort of a narrative that doesn't match our inner truth. This section uncovers the hidden mechanisms at play. It explores why we cling to negative self-talk and how these patterns distort our experience. By delving into these core mechanisms, we begin to see the full picture, one that reveals both the danger and the power of our inner voice. Understanding this isn't about dismissing doubt, it's about learning to navigate it with wisdom. In doing so, we open the door to deeper self-compassion and genuine growth. The journey isn't easy, but it's essential. Every step toward clarity brings us closer to embracing our true potential. This section cuts deep, revealing the hidden patterns that shape our minds. Self-doubt and negative judgments are like twin shadows, always present in the background of our thoughts. Many of us believe that doubt is a sign of weakness, but the truth lies elsewhere. What we often overlook is how suppression of uncertainty creates a fog that blocks clarity. We find ourselves swimming in an ocean of uncertainty, convinced of our stability, while our inner voice whispers constant criticism. This misunderstanding isn't just a habit, it's a fundamental misstep in how we perceive ourselves and our potential. The real power lies in recognizing that doubt isn't the enemy, it's a signal. It urges us to pause, reflect, and grow. Most people forget that denying doubt stifles learning and emotional development, trapping us in cycles of self-limitation. The message here is clear. Understanding this dynamic is the first step toward breaking free. We must learn to embrace doubt rather than fight it, turning it into a tool for growth instead of a barrier. This insight reshapes how we see ourselves, reminding us that growth begins where fear meets awareness. Every time we confront our inner critic, we rewrite the story of our confidence. This is not just about recognizing the issue, it's about transforming it into strength. The deeper we explore these mechanisms, the more we realize how vital it is to let doubt lead the way. By doing so, we unlock pathways to resilience and self-acceptance. This understanding isn't just academic, it's a turning point in how we relate to ourselves and the world around us. Let this be the moment you see the truth behind your doubts and take the next step toward empowerment. The weight of self-doubt often hides beneath the surface, masquerading as certainty. You might find yourself caught in a cycle where every decision is shadowed by a voice that whispers uncertainty. This isn't just feeling insecure, it's a pattern that shapes how we see ourselves and others. When we suppress doubt, we block the very learning we need to grow. Our minds become trapped in an ocean of uncertainty, mistaking the feeling of not knowing for a lack of confidence. This tension isn't just emotional, it affects every choice we make, every relationship we engage in. Understanding this dynamic is crucial because it reveals why negative judgments often follow. disguising themselves as rational assessments. But here's the truth. Acknowledging doubt doesn't weaken you, it empowers you. Real life examples show people turning their inner critics into stepping stones, proving that growth thrives in the space between doubt and action. If you're ready to break free from these patterns, there's hope. The path forward lies in embracing your uncertainty rather than fighting it. Let this be a reminder that your journey is worth the effort and your potential is limitless. Stay curious, stay mindful, and remember every step forward begins with a single choice. Join us next time as we explore practical steps to transform self-doubt into strength. Follow along for insights that change how you see yourself. What happens when self-doubt takes the wheel and negative judgments follow? This is a reality many of us face, yet it often goes unspoken. We carry the weight of doubt, quietly suppressing it behind a facade of confidence. But what does that mean for our growth? These negative judgments arise not because we're wrong, but because our minds are caught in a cycle of fear and self-doubt. We swim through an ocean of uncertainty, mistaking solid ground for stability. This denial of doubt stops us from learning, from evolving, and from truly understanding ourselves. The truth is, when we ignore our internal voice, we miss out on invaluable lessons. Every time we let doubt dictate our thoughts, we limit the potential that lies within. Real-life examples show this clearly. People who suppress their concerns often find themselves stuck, while those who embrace their doubts grow stronger. Evidence supports this. Studies reveal that learning thrives in environments where self-doubt is acknowledged, not feared. In this moment, it's clear that recognizing our vulnerabilities is the first step toward transformation. We are not defined by what we think we should be, but by what we dare to become. The path forward requires courage to confront those inner critics, to let doubt guide us rather than control us. This is where true change begins, and the journey becomes not just about overcoming doubt, but about embracing it as a teacher. Understanding this connection is essential because it reshapes how we see ourselves and the world around us. The story of self-doubt is deeply personal, yet universally relevant. By facing it head-on, we unlock the power to rewrite our narratives and rise above the limitations we once believed. This is not just a lesson, it's a call to action, a reminder that growth begins when we dare to doubt ourselves. The weight of self-doubt often masks deeper truths we cannot see. When we let negative judgments take hold, we silence the voice inside that whispers uncertainty. This isn't just a feeling, it's a pattern that shapes how we see ourselves and the world. What you think about others usually hides the doubt you carry about your own path. This ocean of doubt can feel endless, yet it's also a powerful teacher if we choose to listen. Denial of doubt stops us from learning, from growing, from truly understanding who we are. The trade-offs here are clear. Stay stuck in fear or break free into clarity. Making the mistake of ignoring your inner voice leads to stagnation, while embracing it opens doors to transformation. The key lies in recognizing that doubt isn't your enemy, it's a signal. It points to areas where you need more courage, more self-compassion, more courage to confront the truth. This section explores how shifting your perspective can turn limitations into strengths. You'll discover practical ways to navigate the tension between doubt and belief, learning to balance self-doubt with confidence. Every step matters, even if it feels small. The journey isn't about eliminating doubt entirely, but about learning to move through it with wisdom. In the end, understanding this dynamic empowers you to take control of your narrative. The path may be uncertain, but with awareness, you can steer it toward growth. This is more than a lesson, it's a transformation waiting to happen. What happens when self-doubt and negative judgments intertwine? This is a powerful truth that shapes our inner world. You might wonder why you feel so uncertain, why your mind races with self-doubt, why your thoughts try to ground you. The answer lies in the silent battle between doubt and certainty. When we suppress our doubts, we create an illusion of security, but this illusion blocks growth. You're swimming in an ocean of uncertainty, yet you mistake solid ground for reality. This mindset limits your learning, stunts your emotional development, and keeps you trapped in cycles of fear. The key lies in recognizing these patterns early. Understanding that doubt isn't a flaw but a signal can shift your perspective completely. It's about letting go of the need to be certain and embracing the process of questioning itself. This isn't about avoiding uncertainty. It's about facing it head-on. Every step forward requires acknowledging the fear, letting it exist without judgment, and using it as fuel. The trade-offs are real. Moments of doubt can feel overwhelming, but they also open doors to deeper insight. Mistakes happen when we refuse to listen to our inner voice, but by reframing those moments, you unlock resilience. Better alternatives exist, and they start with small, intentional choices. You have the power to choose how you respond, to let doubt inform rather than define you. This section isn't about solving everything at once, it's about building awareness and shifting your relationship with yourself. The path may be complex, but each step brings clarity. Listen closely. and let your journey unfold with purpose and courage. The weight of self-doubt often hides behind the surface of negative judgments, weaving a pattern that feels unavoidable. You might find yourself caught in a cycle where every judgment about others is rooted in a quiet suppression of your own uncertainty. This isn't just a momentary feeling, it's a deep-seated force that shapes how you see yourself and the world. When doubt creeps in, it masks the very thoughts that could push you forward, preventing you from fully engaging with life's challenges. This dynamic creates a dangerous illusion of certainty. You start believing what you fear rather than what you can know. The ocean of doubt swims steadily beneath your awareness, making it hard to recognize the signs that something is off. But here's the truth: denying doubt stops you from learning, from growing, and from finding the strength to move past it. Every time you suppress uncertainty, you limit your potential and stifle emotional development. Understanding this connection is crucial. It's not about eliminating doubt entirely, but about learning to navigate it with clarity. By acknowledging the role of self-doubt, you open the door to healthier patterns of thinking. This realization isn't quick, but it's essential for lasting change. Realistic expectations come into play here. You won't overcome doubt overnight, but with consistent effort, you can begin to trust yourself more. The journey isn't linear, but each step toward self-awareness brings you closer to resilience. It's about embracing the struggle instead of shying away from it. Applying these insights consistently requires patience and practice. You'll need to challenge those negative judgments regularly, replacing them with balanced perspectives. This shift isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Every moment you resist doubt is a victory for your growth. The long-term effects of this struggle can be profound, but they are also manageable. By staying grounded in your truth, you build a foundation that supports confidence and emotional strength. This is where the real transformation begins, not in the absence of doubt, but in how you respond to it. Remember, the path forward isn't about erasing your fears, but learning to move through them with intention. This is the heart of self-doubt and negative judgments: understanding them and learning from them. The real cost isn't one harsh judgment. It's the life you build around needing to feel certain. Over time, denying doubt can make you rigid. You may become quicker to criticize, slower to listen, and less willing to change your mind. The judgments that once felt like protection start to become walls. They keep you from seeing other people clearly, but they also keep you from seeing yourself honestly. And that matters, because self-doubt is not a problem to eliminate forever. It's part of being human. A healthier goal is not to become someone who never doubts, but someone who can notice doubt without running from it. You don't have to turn every uncertain feeling into a verdict about yourself or someone else. You can let it be information. So when you catch yourself judging someone sharply, pause for 1 second and ask, "What am I not sure about here?" That question is simple, but it creates space. It gives you a chance to separate fact from fear. Maybe the other person made a mistake. Maybe they disappointed you. But do you really know their intentions? Do you know the full story? Or are you using judgment to cover your own uncertainty? This works best as a repeated habit, not a dramatic transformation. In conversations, practice listening before defending. In decisions, admit what you don't know before pretending you do. In private, replace "I'm such a failure" with "I'm uncertain, and I can learn from this." That shift may feel small, but repeated often enough, it changes the ground beneath you. You stop walking on the illusion of solid certainty, and you learn how to move through doubt without turning it into judgment. What happens when self-doubt takes the wheel and negative judgments follow? This section dives deep into the uncomfortable dance between doubt and criticism. We see how suppressing our own uncertainty often fuels the very doubts we try to escape. It's a cycle that can stall growth, block learning, and keep us stuck in a loop of questioning ourselves. But here's the truth: breaking free from these patterns isn't easy, yet it's absolutely possible. The key lies in recognizing that doubt isn't always a sign of weakness. It's a signal that we need to pause, reflect, and reframe our inner voice. By acknowledging these moments, we open the door to emotional resilience and personal transformation. This isn't just about understanding, it's about taking action. Start by listening to your thoughts without judgment. Challenge those negative narratives and replace them with compassion. Small shifts can lead to powerful changes over time. Remember, every step forward is a victory against the weight of self-doubt. The journey may feel heavy, but it's also where growth begins. So take a deep breath, embrace the struggle, and let this insight guide you toward a stronger version of yourself. Understanding the cycle of doubt is the first step toward liberation, but the real power lies in what you do next. Let's move forward together. Subscribe now to uncover more insights from Psychology by Sergey Upapavisai. Your path to clarity